Bro, the chat's still going from the previous stream. This is still the previous chat. I can't believe we got copyrighted for that. What the hell, dude? Like, I literally let everyone watch my fan films anytime they want. And, like, react to it and, like make money from it. Like, you know, even when I didn't monetize any, like, the Vader fan film, there's so many people that were reacting to it. And I loved it. And I told them all to monetize it, too. I'm like, bro, there's nothing... y'all don't have an agreement with Lucasfilm. That's lame. Got copyrighted. Whatever. Whatever, dude. It's funny. Y'all are still in the old chat. Come in the new one. So this is the old chat? This is the live one right now. This is the new one. This is the one that just ended. Everyone's just like, no. Yeah. Yo, everyone in the old stream, get out of there. Get out of there and get in the new one. Yeah. Damn. That sucks. Oh well. Is that video still up or is it gone? I think the whole video got deleted. Lame. Lame. Okay, so what are we gonna do? What do you guys want to do? Are we gonna play a game or? Should we want? Why is this not? Why is this being ridiculous? Whatever. Okay, what should we watch? What happened? I don't know. The stream got blocked for whatever reason. Fallen Order? Empire War. We could do Empire War, yeah. I was thinking we continue, Where is it? Republic Commando. What do you think? Can react to Chad Vader. It's super funny. Am I gonna get copyrighted again? Clone Wars. I don't care if it, like... I just want them to delete the video, so I'm having fun. They can take the money. I don't... Whatever. Fine. Fine. Should we do Republic Commando? What are you thinking? Ask the AI to write a story where Shmi chooses to marry Watto. What the fuck? What? Skywalker decides to marry Watto instead of Lars Owen. No, what was his name? Klieg. Lars. Shmi Skywalker's life takes a drastic turn when she decides to marry Watto, the Toydarian junk dealer, instead of Klieg Lars, the moisture farmer. This decision is driven by her desire to give her son Anakin a better life and more opportunity. What? Watto, I know it's not traditional for a human and a Toydarian to marry, but I believe this is the best decision for my son.
I understand, Shmi. I am willing to take on the responsibility of raising Anakin as my own. I will give him the life he deserves.
The two get married, and Anakin is welcomed into Watto's family. Under Watto's tutelage, Anakin learns the ins and outs of the junk trade and becomes a skilled mechanic and pilot. He spends his days scouring the desert for scraps and salvaging parts to sell in Watto's shop. Mother, can I have... Oh my god, dude.
Mother, I couldn't have asked for a better life. Watto has given me so many opportunities. I'm grateful.
However, despite the fact that Anakin is thriving, the marriage between Shmi and Watto is not without its challenges. The couple faces discrimination and prejudice from the other inhabitants of Mos Espa. Also, Watto's business dealings with the Hutts, a powerful criminal organization, put the family in danger. I'm so sorry, Anakin. I never wanted to put you in danger. It's okay, Mother. I know you did what you thought was best for me, and I will always be grateful. Damn, this is whack. The Skywalker Watto family continues to face obstacles, but they stick together, and Anakin's talents and skills continue to flourish. His success in the junk trade leads to his eventual discovery by Jedi Qui-Gon Jinn, and his destiny as the Chosen One unfolds. In this scenario, Anakin's life takes a different direction, but his innate connection to the Force and his desire to protect those he loves remains unchanged. The events of the Star Wars universe would have been greatly impacted by this change in Anakin's upbringing, but ultimately the fate of the galaxy would still be shaped by the choices of the characters in battle between the Jedi and Sith. It's weird. This AI stuff is literally endless. You could do anything you want. It's crazy. What's up, Palps? Ask the AI to create a war story from the perspective of the clones. Oh, wow. Write a war story from the perspective of the clone troopers during Order... No, hold on. Troopers during the... yeah. During Order 66. It was a normal day on the battlefield... Okay, hold on. It was a normal day on the battlefield for the clone troopers of the Grand Army of the Republic. We were fighting against the droid army of the Separatists, following the orders of our Jedi generals, but then everything changed. We received a transmission from Supreme Chancellor Palpatine, also known as Darth Sidious, giving us the command to execute Order 66. At first, we were confused. We had been trained to follow orders without question, but this felt wrong. We had fought alongside the Jedi. We had trusted them with our lives, but the order was clear. The Jedi were to be considered traitors of the Republic and were to be eliminated. As we turned our weapons on our former leaders, we could see the betrayal and shock on their faces. Some tried to defend themselves, but they were no match for our superior training and equipment. Others tried to flee, but we were relentless in our pursuit. It was a brutal and bloody massacre, and it left us questioning everything we had known. We had been created for the sole purpose of fighting in this war, and now, it seemed, our purpose was to eliminate those who had led us. As we continued to carry out the order, we couldn't help but feel a sense of emptiness and guilt. We had been bred to be loyal soldiers, but this felt like a betrayal of everything we had stood for. We didn't know what the future held for us, but we knew that our lives would never be the same. The Jedi were gone, the war was over, and the Republic had become the Empire. We were now soldiers of a new regime, but at what cost? The memory of the Jedi and our fallen brothers will always stay with us, a reminder of the betrayal and the atrocities we were forced to commit. Order 66 will forever be a stain on our history, and it's a day that we will never forget. Pretty good. Pretty damn good that this AI can create such a freaking amazing response. Wild. Mr. Miyagi versus Luke Skywalker, bring it on. This is pretty dope, eh? Can you ask the AI, what if Rey was Luke's daughter? Ask the AI to write a story where the clones don't execute Order 66. Okay. Write a story about the clones refusing to execute Order 66. Be detailed Include dialogue with relevant characters. Make it exciting.
It was a normal day on the battlefield for the clone troopers of the Grand Army of the Republic. We were fighting against the droid army of the Separatists, following the orders of our Jedi generals, but then everything changed. We received a Wait, should this be in the clone voice? We received a transmission from Supreme Chancellor Palpatine, also known as Darth Sidious, giving us the command to execute Order 66. At first, we were confused.
Oh, wait. Yo, Richard! Can't wait for Mandalorian Season 3. Love you, Theory. Great weekend of streams. Oh, thanks, man. Dude, that's a really generous super chat. Thank you. Is it still possible to go back and check previous super chats I sent on the last stream? Yeah, it is. Well, what did you say? That made me roll on the floor laughing. What have I done? It's 12 Eastern, making it the 15th and my 21st birthday. Hey, happy birthday, Sajid. Chat. Round of birthday applause for... actually, let's get some cake emojis. Cake emojis for Sajid. He's 21. I remember my 21st birthday. 50 million years ago. Great way to start the day with a stream. Appreciate you for what you... Wait, where the hell are you, Sajid? Start your day. Chat. GPT, what if Ahsoka accepted Maul's truce on Mandalore? Damn. Yeah, that'd be wild. That'd be wild, hey? Where was I? We received a transmission from Supreme Chancellor Palpatine, also known as Darth Sidious, giving us the command to execute Order 66.
At first, we were confused. We had been trained to follow orders without question, but something felt off. We had fought alongside the Jedi. We had trusted them with our lives. But the order was clear. The Jedi were to be considered traitors to the Republic and were to be eliminated. But we couldn't bring ourselves to do it. We had been created to fight for the Republic, not to turn on our leaders. We knew that something was not right, and we couldn't bring ourselves to follow this order. We contacted our Jedi generals and informed them of the order. They were shocked and saddened, but they understood our decision. They knew that we were not just mindless soldiers, but individuals with our thoughts and feelings. My brothers, I understand your reluctance to follow this order, but I assure you, the Jedi have not betrayed the Republic. The Chancellor is under the influence of the dark side. We must not follow this order. We knew that we had to act fast, before it was too late. We contacted our clone units, and together we formed a plan to protect the Jedi and stop the execution of Order 66. We knew that the Chancellor's enforcers, the 501st Legion, would be sent to eliminate the Jedi. So we decided to intercept them when they arrived. We were ready.
Troopers, we will not follow this order. We will not turn on our brothers and sisters. We will fight for what is right. For the Republic.
The battle was intense, but we were determined to succeed. We fought against our own brothers, the 501st Legion, but our training and our bond with the Jedi gave us an advantage. We were able to hold them off long enough for the Jedi to escape. As the dust settled, we knew that this was just the beginning. We had made a decision that would change the course of the war and the fate of the galaxy. We had chosen to follow our moral compass, and we were prepared to fight for what we believed in. The Chancellor's enforcers may have been defeated, and the battle was far from over. We knew that the Sith's grip on the galaxy was strong, and they would stop at nothing to eliminate the Jedi and maintain their power. But we were ready, and we would fight alongside the Jedi until the end. We are the clones, and we will not be controlled by the dark side of the Force. We will fight for what is right, for the Republic, and for the Jedi. Beautiful. Beautiful. Can you play Fallen Order? Lol. Don't have to. Yeah. I'm actually down to play Fallen Order. Commander Cody's fate in canon is way better than Legends. In Legends, he continued to work in the Empire and hated the human... Yeah. Yeah, he thought they were just complete losers. My first dono to you. Love your vids and content. Hey, thank you, JS. Shout out to JS for his first dono ever. Taking your steps into a much larger world. What if Rex and Anakin heard what Fives had to say? Well, they would probably investigate the matter more, I would imagine, right? Remember to do Sand vs. High. Oh, right. Sand vs. KV. Write a story where the coarse, rough, and irritating Sand decides to fight the all-powerful high ground. Who wins? Why? How does this change Star Wars? Oh my god. The sand of the desert planet of Tatooine has always been coarse, rough, and irritating. It has been trodden up by countless individuals, from local moisture farmers to powerful Jedi and Sith, but it had never fought back. That all changed one day when the sand began to rise up and form into a massive, towering dune. The dune was determined to take back what was rightfully its, the high ground. The high ground, a rocky outcropping that had long been used as a strategic advantage by those who controlled it, was taken aback by the sudden attack. It had never been challenged before. It was not prepared for the sand's relentless assault. The battle was fierce and brutal, with the high ground using its rocky terrain to its advantage. Oh, where were we? It had never been challenged before. It was not prepared for the sand's relentless assault. The battle was fierce and brutal, with the high ground using its rocky terrain to its advantage, and the sand using its sheer numbers to try and overcome its opponent. But despite the high ground's superior position, the sand's determination proved to be too much. The high ground began to crack and crumble under the relentless assault of the sand, and eventually it was overwhelmed. The sand emerged victorious, having claimed the high ground as its own. This event caused a significant change in the Star Wars universe as the balance of power shifted dramatically. The sand, once seen as a mere nuisance, had become a formidable force to be reckoned with. No longer could those who sought to control Tatooine take its resources and strategic locations for granted. The victory of the sand also served as a reminder that even the smallest and seemingly insignificant entities in the universe can rise up and make a difference. The sand's determination and willpower had proven that anything is possible if one has the courage to fight for it. From that day on, the sand of Tatooine was respected and feared by all who tread upon it. The high ground, once a symbol of power and control, was reduced to nothing but a memory. This is so insane. I can't believe it, dude. Like, how does something like this exist? It's just so weird. It's just so freaking weird, man. What if Maul killed both Qui-Gon and Obi-Wan in Episode 1? This is so strange, bro. This is 100% canon. Yeah. Do a what-if story about Tula Cord. I know, it's actually not bad writing, right? Like, it's not horrible. Chat, we got over 1,000 people here. If we can hit like and get to over 600 likes, that'd be cool. That'd make me happy. We'll do the next fan fiction. Who is Star Wars Theory? The hell? The channel is run by a creator named Too Slow, who creates videos and content exploring various aspects of the Star Wars universe, including behind-the-scenes information, fan theories, and in-depth analysis of the films, TV shows, books, comics, and other media in the franchise. The channel is known for its in-depth storytelling and unique approach to exploring Star Wars universe, and has gained a large following of dedicated fans. Star Wars theory is also a term used to describe various fan theories and speculations about the Star Wars universe, often found in a fan fiction or in online communities such as Reddit. That's kind of cool. Okay, so from now on, I shall be known.
Henceforth, you shall be known as Darth Too Slow.
We get a chance to watch X-Wing fan film. The guy built most of it from scratch. Yeah, I don't want to get copyrighted again. You know. Ask why there has to be balance in the Force. In the Star Wars universe, the Force is a powerful energy field that binds the galaxy together. It is said to be present in all living things and can be harnessed by those who are sensitive to it, such as the Jedi and the Sith. The Force is divided into two main aspects, the light side and the dark side. The light side represents the positive aspects of the Force, such as compassion, selflessness, and wisdom, while the dark side represents the negative aspects, such as anger, fear, and aggression. The concept of balance in the Force is that for there to be peace and harmony in the galaxy. There must be a balance between the light and the dark sides of the Force. If the dark side were to gain too much power, it would lead to chaos and destruction. Similarly, if the light side were to become too dominant, it could lead to complacency and stagnation. In order for the galaxy to thrive, the balance between the two sides of the Force must be maintained. The Jedi Order, the main protectors of the galaxy, believe that it is their duty to maintain the balance in the Force by promoting peace, justice, and understanding. They seek to use the power of the Force for good and to protect the galaxy from those who would use it for evil. On the other hand, the Sith, the main adversaries of the Jedi, believe that the Force should be used for personal gain and power, and they seek to dominate the galaxy through fear and manipulation. Interesting. Cool. If Star Wars theory, a toxic male? Tim says, in Return of the Jedi, if Vader chose to, could he have stopped Luke when Luke tapped into the dark side? In Return of the Jedi, if Vader chose to. In Return of the Jedi, if Vader chose to, could he have stopped Luke when he tapped into the dark side, ultimately leading to Vader losing his hand? Good question. You should buy the Star Wars Black Series figures. 2 streams one day. Night made. Thanks, man. Oh, dude, of course, yeah. Thanks for joining. Arlo says, ask AI who would win, Goku or Anakin. Ask to create story about Jabba Hutt's son's fate. Great way to spend a Saturday night. Always a pleasure to watch a theory stream. What are you most looking forward to with the channel this year? Oh, what's up, Padme? How you doing? How's the kid? This year would be to make all the fanfictions, or at least as many fanfictions as I can, to be animated, as well as great progress on Vader Episode 2. And, you know, more watch parties, more streams. I really want to do more live streams with you guys. In Return of the Jedi, Luke Skywalker faces Darth Vader in a lightsaber duel on the Death Star. During the duel, Luke taps into his anger and allows himself to be consumed by the dark side of the Force. This gives him a temporary boost in strength and power, but it also makes him more vulnerable to Vader's attacks. If Darth Vader had chosen to, he could have taken advantage of Luke's temporary weakness and defeated him. However, it is important to note that Vader's ultimate goal was to turn Luke to the dark side, not to defeat him. That's what I've always said. He wanted Luke to join him and rule the galaxy together as father and son. In this sense, it is possible that he could have held back, hoping that Luke would continue to embrace the dark side and join him. Furthermore, it's also important to note that in the Star Wars universe, Lightsaber combat is often as much a battle of wills and emotions as it is a physical battle. Darth Vader, who is struggling with the guilt of his past actions and the love for his son, might have been hesitant to strike Luke down in this state. In any case, Luke ultimately regained control of himself, and it was in this moment of clarity that he was able to defeat Vader by cutting off his hand. Ultimately, the outcome of their duel might have been different if Darth Vader had chosen to exploit Luke's momentary weakness, but it's impossible to say for sure, as it's ultimately a matter of interpretation. Beautiful explanation. That's literally what I would have said too. Just maybe not in the same words. This AI writes really well too. Ask what if Luke and Ahsoka get together. No! No. No. What if Star Wars theory wasn't toxic? If Star Wars theory wasn't toxic, it would likely be a community of fans who share a passion for the Star Wars franchise and create a share content that is respectful, inclusive, and constructive. Fans would be able to express their opinions and theories without fear of harassment or bullying. They would engage in healthy debates and discussions, and the community would be a positive and uplifting place for fans of all ages and backgrounds. This kind of community would be beneficial to the Star Wars franchise and its fans. Fans would be able to share their ideas, art, and fan fiction and provide feedback to the creators of the franchise. The community would also serve as a source of inspiration for new stories and characters, and it would help keep the franchise alive and relevant. In this scenario, the Star Wars Theory YouTube channel would continue to create engaging and informative content, but it would also encourage a positive and respectful discussion among the fans. The creator of the channel, Too Slow, would lead by example, promoting a healthy and inclusive community, and would be able to share the Star Wars universe with a wider audience. It would be a community where people can come together, enjoy their passion for Star Wars, and make new friends. Oh, that sounds like a fantastic channel. I would love to be a part of that someday. Could I help with Vader Episode 2? Love you, bro. No, you cannot. Sorry. Can you please do what would happen to Anakin if both Qui-Gon and Obi-Wan died to Maul in Episode 1? Ask it to write about Yoda's home, world, and species. Ooh. Yeah, Cave Teeth. I have fanfiction coming tomorrow about that very... Well, not that subject, but what if... Actually, well, let's write a scenario about Maul defeating Qui-Gon. If Star Wars Theory wasn't toxic, I might subscribe, but I'd rather watch all of his videos and write in my diary how toxic he is. I love that. I love that. In this scenario, Maul, the powerful Sith Lord, has defeated Qui-Gon and Obi-Wan Kenobi in the climax of The Phantom Menace. With the Jedi out of the way, Maul is able to focus on his ultimate goal, finding and training a new apprentice to help him overthrow the Jedi Order and the Galactic Republic. With the Jedi eliminated, Maul sets his sights on a young slave boy named Anakin Skywalker. He sees the boy's potential and decides to take him as his apprentice, knowing that Anakin's unique connection to the Force could make him a powerful weapon in his quest for power. Maul begins to train Anakin in the ways of the dark side, showing him how to harness his anger and hatred to gain power. Anakin is initially resistant to Maul's teachings, but as he witnesses the destruction and chaos caused by the Sith, he begins to understand the appeal of the dark side. As Anakin's training progresses, Maul becomes increasingly convinced that he has found the perfect apprentice. Anakin is fiercely loyal, powerful, and has a deep-seated anger and resentment towards the Jedi Order and the Republic, which Maul sees as the perfect traits to mold him into a powerful Sith Lord. With Anakin by his side, Maul launches a new assault on the Jedi Order and the Republic. Together, they lead a powerful army of battle droids and dark side acolytes, and quickly gain ground in their war against the Jedi and the Republic. The galaxy is plunged into a new era of darkness as the Sith's power and influence grows. The Jedi Order is decimated, and the Republic is in shambles, and the population is living in fear. The rise of Anakin as a Sith Lord is a game changer, and his strength and power are unmatched by any other Jedi or Sith. In this scenario, the fate of the galaxy is significantly altered as the Jedi Order and the Republic are unable to stop the rise of the Sith, led by Maul and his new apprentice Anakin. The balance of the Force is permanently tilted towards the dark side, and the galaxy may never recover. Damn. Yeah, so that's literally if Maul had won and then trained Anakin. Crazy. Rainy Night plus AI Star Wars stories. Chef's kiss. Gotta get back on your videos. Also, what's the music you keep playing in your recap videos? The one you're playing now. Oh, this is just one that I had made for me by Samuel Kim. It's a custom track. You won't ever find it anywhere. Yeah, so I paid him for like, I don't know, like 20 or something custom tracks like several years ago. I said like I want one like a Clone Wars inspired theme. I want one like a Ahsoka inspired theme, or like a whole bunch of stuff. And he made them. Oh man. Ask, what would happen if Obi-Wan joined Dooku after being captured in Geonosis and Attack of the Clones? It's actually not a bad question. In this scenario, after being captured by the Separatists on Geonosis and Attack of the Clones, Obi-Wan Kenobi is taken to the planet of Sereno to meet with Count Dooku, the leader of the Separatists.
Welcome, Obi-Wan Kenobi. I have been eagerly awaiting your arrival.
I am here under duress, Dooku. You will not sway me to your cause.
I understand your reluctance, but hear me out. I know that you are a true believer in the Jedi Order and the Republic. But have you not grown disillusioned with their methods? The Jedi are becoming more political, and the Republic is corrupt. Together, we can create a new order, one that truly serves the galaxy.
I will not join you, Dooku. The Jedi may have their flaws, but they still stand for peace and justice.
I respect your loyalty, Obi-Wan, but I must ask, are you truly content to be a pawn in the Jedi's game? Or would you rather be a leader, shaping the future of the galaxy?
Obi-Wan is torn. He has always believed in the Jedi Order and the Republic, but he has seen firsthand the corruption and political machinations that exist within those institutions. He understands Dooku's argument that they could create a new order that serves the galaxy better.
I need time to think, Dooku. I will not make a decision lightly.
Take all the time you need, Obi-Wan. The offer will always stand.
Obi-Wan eventually decides to join Dooku and the Separatists. He becomes one of Dooku's top lieutenants and helps to lead the droid army in the battle against the Republic. His defection causes a rift within the Jedi Order, and many Jedi question their loyalty to the Republic. With Obi-Wan's knowledge and skills, the Separatists gain a significant advantage in the Clone Wars, and they are able to gain control of many key systems and planets. The Republic is pushed to the brink of defeat, and it becomes clear that the Separatists, with Obi-Wan as one of their leaders, may ultimately win the war. This defection will have a significant impact on the fate of the galaxy and the Jedi Order. Obi-Wan's defection will cause many Jedi to question their loyalty and purpose, and it will weaken the Jedi Order, making it easier for the Sith to defeat them. On the upper hand, the Separatists, led by Dooku and Obi-Wan, will gain a significant advantage in the Clone Wars, and the Republic may not be able to stop them, leading to the rise of the Sith and the fall of the Republic. Pretty cool. Pretty cool. How could I meet you, Theory? I guess at the premiere. I don't know if that happens. Could you ask what if Grogu fought Din Djarin? Much love, bro. You brought a lot of positivity and enjoyment to my life. Well, that means a lot. You brought a lot of super chats to my life in the last 24 hours, so thanks for that. And yeah, thanks for dropping in. Thanks for watching, man. It's the reason I'm still here. When's your next Theory Talk stream? I don't know. I don't know. I keep wanting to I could have done one today. I didn't even think of it. Foolish. Theory, please ask what should be the punishment for Disney an employee making fun of Theory for crying and expressing true emotions during a live stream? Oh man. I don't want to get into that again. Ask did Pavti Tano kill Bambi's mother? I put create the Star Wars sequel trilogy but with Darth Plagueis as the main antagonist and it gave me an incredible story I recommend. Okay. Create the Star Wars sequel trilogy but as Darth Plagueis as the main antagonist and Luke Skywalker isn't a weakling. The Star Wars sequel... Oh, let me change the music here. The Star Wars sequel trilogy begins with Darth Plagueis, the powerful Sith Lord who is able to manipulate the Force to create and sustain life. As the main antagonist, he has been in hiding for decades, biding his time and building his power. As the story unfolds, we learn that Plagueis has been manipulating events behind the scenes, using his power to create new life and sustain it, in order to create an army of powerful, unstoppable soldiers. Luke Skywalker, now a powerful Jedi Master, senses the rising darkness in the galaxy and sets out to confront Plagueis, but Plagueis is not the easily defeated villain that Luke expects. He is a formidable opponent with a deep understanding of the Force and access to powerful dark side abilities. Luke and his allies, including Leia and Han Solo, must face off against Plagueis and his army of powerful soldiers in a series of epic battles. But as they fight, they begin to realize that Plagueis' true goal is not just to defeat the Jedi, but to use his power to create new life. What? But to use his power to create new life to bring balance to the Force by destroying it. As the story progresses, Luke must confront his own fears and doubts, and come to understand that true strength comes not from physical prowess, but from wisdom and understanding. He learns to use the Force in new and powerful ways, and is able to turn the tide of the war. In the end, Luke, Leia, and Han are able to defeat Plagueis and his army, but not without sacrifices. Luke finally understands that the true balance of the Force comes not from destruction, but from the will of the people and the Jedi Order, to strive for peace and justice. The new trilogy will be more focused on the struggle for balance within the Force and the manipulation of it rather than physical battles, and it will showcase the consequences of the actions of the characters, especially Luke, Leia, and Han, as they must come to terms with the choices they have made and the sacrifices they have had to make. The trilogy also explores the theme of redemption, as Luke, Leia, and Han all have to confront their own past mistakes and learn to forgive themselves and each other. They also have to come to terms with the fact that they can't save everyone, and they must make difficult choices in order to protect the galaxy. The final battle takes place on a remote planet where Luke, Leia, and Han finally confront Plagueis. In this climactic confrontation, Luke uses all of his knowledge and abilities to defeat Plagueis and restore balance to the Force. The trilogy ends with Luke, Leia, and Han standing victorious, but also with a sense of loss and sadness for the lives that were lost and the sacrifices that were made. They honor the fallen and look towards the future, knowing that peace and balance must always be worked towards, and that the fight for the Force will never truly be over. This new trilogy will be a complex, emotional, and thought-provoking story that will expand the Star Wars universe and take the franchise in new and exciting directions. It will be a story about the true nature of power of redemption and the importance of understanding and balance. Yeah, it's really cool. Yeah. Was Jar Jar Binks a Sith Lord? Crazy. So if you didn't know, Jar Jar Binks actually ended up being a clown on the street, like a juggler. Let's see if it gets it right. After this, Jar Jar Binks is not seen or mentioned in any Star Wars projects. However, the Star Wars expanding universe, which is no longer standard canon, had different versions of what happened to Jar Jar Binks, some of which suggest he became a clown in a circus. Wow. It actually did get it right. That's pretty neat. Alright, let's hear another. What do you guys want? Detoxing Flick. Theory, ask AI what would be the outcome of Han Solo was the main character and antagonist of Star Wars. Added twist if Vader was Han's father. Wouldn't it just be like Luke then? But like, without the Force? Right. Asking the AI. As an AI, I do not have emotions, so I cannot say whether or not the Mandalorian Season 2 finale was emotional or if it would make someone cry. However, the Mandalorian is known for a strong storytelling and character development. Many of fans have expressed they felt a strong emotional connection to the character and their story arcs. This one's for Josh and all you weirdos. There's no official canon information indicating that Luke Skywalker and Ahsoka Tano had a romantic relationship in the Star Wars canon. Luke and Ahsoka have a mentor-student relationship, with Luke being an older Jedi Knight and Ahsoka being a former Jedi Padawan. There you go. Wait, Luke being at least 15 years older than Ahsoka? What? Definitely got that wrong. See, sometimes it gets stuff wrong. Ask what if Zam Wesell actually killed Padme and attacked the clones? What would occur after? What if Anakin was trained by Qui-Gon? I've done a few on that topic, but I didn't like the way I ended it, so I want to redo it. What if Padme survived? Effect on... Ooh, I like that. Padme Amidala had survived in Star Wars canon, it is likely that her survival would have had a significant impact on Vader's character development. Padme's survival would have meant that Darth Vader, who is also known as Anakin, would not have lost the love of his life, and the only person who truly understood him, which was a key motivator for his fall to the dark side. With Padme alive, Anakin would have had a reason to hold on to his humanity and resist the temptations of the dark side. Padme's survival could also have led to the possibility of her and Anakin raising their children, Luke and Leia, together, which would have a big impact on the children's lives and their own relationship with their father. Additionally, with Padme alive, Anakin's redemption and eventual return to the light side could have been a more realistic and satisfying outcome for the character. It's also worth noting that Padme was a strong and influential political figure. Her survival would have meant that the galaxy would have had a leader that could have possibly opposed the rise of the Empire and the dictatorship of Palpatine. In any case, it is impossible to know exactly how things would have played out if Padme had survived, as it is a matter of speculation and interpretation. However, it is clear that her survival would have had a major impact on the characters and the story of Star Wars. Yeah, I could ask you to go more in depth. What's up, Graham? Hey, Theory, thanks for all this hard work. Without you, this community wouldn't be the same. Can you please ask AI who Grogu's parents are? Okay. It doesn't say. It's possible that Grogu's parents were Jedi who were killed during the purges. It's gotta be Yoda and Yaddle. It has to be. There's no other way. What if Maul and Dooku teamed up to overthrow Sidious on Mandalore? Ooh. Right. Okay, hold on. What would happen if... If Darth Maul and Dooku teamed up to overtake Palpatine, it is possible that they could have... I want to change the music. Hold on. It's still going. Holy crap. Okay. Okay, cool. Is the music too loud or is it okay? Darth Maul, a former Sith apprentice who was betrayed and left for dead by Palpatine, would bring a fierce determination and a thirst for revenge to the partnership. He is a skilled fighter and has a deep understanding of the dark side. Count Dooku, a former Jedi who turned to the dark side and became a Sith Lord, would bring a level of political acumen and strategic thinking to the partnership. He was able to rally thousands of planets to his cause and lead them in the Clone Wars against the Galactic Republic, showing his ability to lead and command large armies. Together, they would have a significant amount of power and resources at their disposal, including a formidable army and a network of loyal followers. However, their alliance would not be without challenges. Both Maul and Dooku are incredibly ambitious and have a desire for power, which could lead to conflicts and power struggles within their alliance. Palpatine, also known as Darth Sidious, is a master manipulator and has a great understanding of the dark side of the Force. He has been able to keep his true identity a secret and has been able to control the galaxy through a web of lies and deceit. He is also a skilled fighter and has a powerful network of loyal followers, including the elite soldiers known as the Royal Guard and his personal enforcers, the Inquisitorius. It would be a challenging task for Maul and Dooku to overthrow Palpatine, but with their combined strength and resources, it is possible that they could achieve this goal. However, it would require a great deal of planning, strategy, and luck to defeat Sidious, who is a master of the dark side and a skilled manipulator. Yeah, it would be cool to add dialogue to that. What if Padme agreed with Anakin turning to the dark side? Yoda is like 1,000 years old, right? He was 900 when he died. So was he around a youngling? Was he around as a youngling in the same sort of time as Bane? No, I think Bane's a little bit older than that even. Ask what if the Jedi killed clones before Order 66? Ask the AI to do a Book of Boba Fett rewrite. Let's get something fun to listen to while we read this one. Okay. I'm sorry, but as a language model AI, I don't have access to the script or plot details of the upcoming Book of Boba Fett show, and my knowledge is cut off. My knowledge cut off is 2021. However, I can give you a general idea of what a story about Boba Fett could look like. The Book of Boba Fett could follow the story of the iconic bounty hunter as he navigates the criminal underworld of the galaxy, taking on dangerous and high-stakes missions while building a reputation as one of the most feared and respected hunters in the galaxy. Along the way, he encounters a diverse cast of characters including other bounty hunters, smugglers of the criminal underworld, and even former enemies turned allies. As the story progresses, Boba Fett's past is revealed, shedding light on the events that shaped him into the ruthless yet honorable figure he is today. The audience would also get to see Boba's relationship with his father, Jango Fett, and how he became a bounty hunter, as well as his personal code of ethics and his struggle to maintain his identity and independence in a galaxy dominated by powerful factions. The show would have a mix of fast-paced action, thrilling chases, intense shootouts, as well as more introspective and emotional scenes that delve into Boba Fett's inner turmoil. It could also explore the themes of family, loyalty, and the cost of power, while also delving deeper into the criminal underworld of the Star Wars galaxy. It's important to note that this is just a speculative idea, and we will have to wait for official information from Lucasfilm or Disney regarding the show's plot. I like how an AI does a little bit of a better job of coming up with a freaking quick plot. How would you continue Boba Fett's survival and story after Return of the Jedi? If the story of Boba Fett were to continue after Return of the Jedi, there are a number of different directions that it could take. One possibility is that the story would focus on Boba Fett's survival and escape from the Sarlacc pit when he was last seen in The Return of the Jedi. The story could explore how he managed to survive, possibly with the help of allies, and how he rebuilt his armor and weapons. It could also show how he would have navigated the changing political landscape of the galaxy after the fall of the Empire, including his relationship with the newly formed New Republic and his interactions with other bounty hunters. Another possibility is that the story would focus on Boba Fett's return to the bounty hunter business and how he establishes himself as one of the most feared and respected hunters in the galaxy. It could also explore his relationships with other bounty hunters such as Dengar, Bosk, and Forlom, and how they work together or compete with each other. A third possibility is that the story could focus on Boba Fett's journey towards redemption. He could be haunted by his past actions and the guilt of his role in the fall of the Jedi, and the story could explore how he deals with this guilt and tries to atone for his past misdeeds. He could also seek to make amends for his past by using his skills and resources to help those in need and fight for justice. In any case, it is important to keep in mind that Boba Fett is a complex and nuanced character, and his story could take many different directions depending on the tone, the themes, and the narrative. Interesting. Ask it if Mike Zero has ever been right. Should we start asking it questions about Star Wars YouTubers? You said it could only be Yoda and Yaddle. What about the other one killed in the Citadel arc? The one-eyed one, Master PL. He's not a Yoda species, though. He's something else. Ask, what if before Dooku gets his head chopped off by Anakin, he rats out Palpatine for being a true Sith Lord? I have that one coming for you in, was it yesterday's video? I think I recorded it last night, yeah. At like 4 a.m. What's next, chat? What if Kathleen Kennedy wrote the original trilogy? Hell no. Enough drama. He did overtake Jabba's palace. A Sith kebab. That's funny. Ask, what if Star Wars Theory wrote the sequels? Star Wars Theory is a popular YouTube channel that produces fan-made content about the Star Wars franchise, including theories and alternate scenarios for the events and characters of the series. It's important to note that the channel's theories are not officially canon and are not endorsed by Lucasfilm or Disney. If Star Wars Theory were to write the sequels, it would likely involve a focus on fan-favorite characters such as Boba Fett, Ahsoka Tano, and Darth Maul. It would also include new and unexpected plot twists, as well as alternate versions of events from the existing Star Wars canon. It could also involve a lot of fan service, including the inclusion of characters, weapons, and ships that are popular with the fan base, but not necessarily in line with the official canon, as well as the inclusion of elements from the expanded universe which is no longer considered canon. It's also possible that the sequels would have a darker, more mature tone, exploring themes such as the consequences of war, the cost of power, and the nature of the dark side. I like how it knows that my stuff is a little more dark. It's important to remember that this is just an idea, and it is impossible to know exactly how a Star Wars story written by Star Wars Theory would turn out, and it's also important to remember that it's not considered canon. Yeah, I know, right? Have you ever heard the tragedy? Plagueis the Wise. Yes, I am familiar with the story of Darth Plagueis the Wise. In Star Wars canon, it is a legend or a myth that is told by Darth Sidious to Anakin Skywalker as a way to seduce him to the dark side. The story goes that Darth Plagueis was a Sith Lord who had the power to create life and prevent death. He was so powerful that he could even keep those he cared about from dying. However, his apprentice, who was none other than Darth Sidious, grew impatient with his master's teachings and killed him in his sleep, taking his power and knowledge for himself. Darth Plagueis is not a character that appears in any of the official Star Wars movies, TV series, or books, but he is mentioned in the film Star Wars Episode 3, Revenge of the Sith, and in the novel Star Wars Darth Plagueis by James Luceno. The novel tells the story of Plagueis and his apprentice Darth Sidious, and it explores the relationship between the two Sith Lords, as well as their actions and decisions that led to the rise of the Galactic Empire. Ask what Star Wars Theory thinks of the sequel trilogy. It is It's difficult for me to speak on the opinions of a specific YouTube channel, as opinions may vary among the creators and community. However, it is worth noting that Star Wars Theory and other fan-made content creators can have a wide range of opinions and reactions to the sequel trilogy. Some may have enjoyed the new characters, while others may have been disappointed with the direction the films took and the changes made to establish canon. It doesn't really say anything. What was Star Wars Theory's biggest controversy? which specific controversy is considered the biggest? However, some controversies that have arisen from the channel's content include criticism of the way they present their theories and the lack of sources and evidence to back them up. They've also been criticized for spreading false information and misinformation. No, that's bullshit. Another controversy that could be considered as one of the biggest is the channel's tendency to create and spread fan theories that are not in line with official Star Wars canon. Well, of course, it's fan theory. Some fans have criticized the channel for spreading theories that are not supported by official Star Wars canon, and for promoting theories that are not consistent with the established continuity. As with any content creator, the channel has also faced criticism from some fans for not being respectful of the Star Wars franchise and its creators, and for not staying true to the spirit of... Oh. Interesting. It's worth noting that controversies can change. Well, you heard it here first. What if Obi-Wan... If Obi-Wan Kenobi had never gone on Padme Amidala's ship in Star Wars canon, the events of Star Wars prequel trilogy would have played out very differently. Firstly, Obi-Wan would not have been able to stop Darth Tyrannus and his droid army from kidnapping Padme, which would have had a significant... Oh, I think we should have put... Secondly, it would have meant that Anakin Skywalker would not have been reunited with Padme. I think... We need to put this at the end. Never went on Padme's oh, okay, right. Padme's ship. In Revenge of the Sith. If Obi-Wan Kenobi had never gone on Padme's ship in the movie Star Wars 3 Revenge of the Sith, virtually Obi-Wan would not have discovered that Padme was pregnant with Anakin's child. Well, he would have. He knew that before he went on the ship. Which would have had a major impact on his ability to understand and deal with Anakin's fall to the dark side. Without his knowledge, Obi-Wan may not have been as determined to stop Anakin and may not have been able to see the signs of descent into the dark side. Secondly, without Obi-Wan's help, Padme would have been unable to protect herself and her child from General Grievous and his droid army, which would have likely led to her death. This doesn't make sense because this was all after. No, I think it didn't. I don't think I wrote it right. I love these. They're so fun. What if Disney actually went with his idea of the sequels that George Lucas wanted? I just get to write a legend story. What would happen if Captain Rex and Vader had encountered each other? Tell a Star Wars joke? Why was the Jedi so bad at baseball? Because every time he got a hit, he would force the other team to drop the ball. Did you like the prequel trilogy? I don't have personal preference or opinions. What is more popular? The prequel trilogy or the sequel trilogy? Popularity of Star Wars prequel trilogy and the sequel trilogy varies among fans and critics. The prequel trilogy was released 1999 to 2005. Well received upon release, but later on its reception by the audience became more polarizing. While the prequel trilogy has its fair share of critics, it also has a dedicated fan base that appreciates the exploration of the backstory of the original trilogy, the introduction of new characters, and the political and social commentary. On the other hand, the sequel trilogy, which was released between 2015 and 2019, has been met with a more mixed response, with some fans and critics praising the new characters, the continuation of the original story, and the exploration of themes such as legacy, and others criticizing it for deviating from the original trilogy, the pacing, and the characterization of some characters. It's important to note that the popularity and reception of the movies is subject to... Okay, yeah, whatever. Oh, what's better? What's better, Star Trek or Star Wars? Ah. Whether Star Trek or Star Wars is considered better is a matter of personal preference. Both series have dedicated fan bases and have made significant contributions to popular culture. Star Wars, created by George Lucas, is known for its epic space battles and its iconic characters and its exploration of the struggle between good and evil. Star Wars also has a rich and detailed universe with a vast array of planets, alien species, and technologies. On the other hand, Star Trek, created by Gene Roddenberry, is known for its exploration of social... Both series have their own unique... Yeah, it didn't answer anything. Goku and Anakin Skywalker are characters from two different universes. They have different powers, abilities, and fighting styles, and comparing them would be like comparing apples and oranges. Anakin is a Jedi Knight and skilled lightsaber duelist with access to the Force, which allows him to perform superhuman feats such as increased strength, speed, and agility. He also has training in hand-to-hand combat and is a skilled pilot. Goku is a warrior from the Dragon Ball franchise. He is a powerful and skilled martial artist with superhuman strength, speed, and agility. He also has the ability to fly and ability to harness energy to perform powerful attacks. He has access to the power of the Dragon Balls, which allows him to make a wish that can grant him incredible abilities. It would be impossible to determine a winner. And remember, it's just a fictional fight, and it's not meant to be taken seriously. Okay. What if Darth Bane enlisted with the Republic in the Cantina? What? Darth Bane was known for his military strategy, his intelligence, and combat skills. If he had enlisted with the Republic, he could have helped them to win the Clone Wars, and stop the rise of the Galactic Empire. He could have become a great general. Wait, what? Why is it saying the Republic? What if Luke hooked up with Ahsoka? No, Owen, we're not doing that. Never. Tuluk Horde if he hadn't been backstabbed by his apprentice. Dude, does that mean our previous live stream got deleted? The one with Obi-Wan using the... No, dude, that was the best one. Oh, man. Obi-Wan did we do the high ground and stand one in this stream, or was it in the previous stream? I should still have access to it. It's probably just not live. Okay. Chat, I'm getting sleepy. I'm gonna go, like, chill out, watch a movie. If you date someone who doesn't like Star Wars, you're looking for love in all the wrong places. Get it? That was a good one. What if the new Jedi Order never fell? Love you. Love you too, Owen. Leave a like on your way out, boys. And we can do a live stream tomorrow if you guys want. I think that would be fun. Okay. What you thinking? What you thinking? What if she was a... Dude, I did that one. Palpatine Jedi fanfiction. That was the first one I did. What's up, Rob? Chat, do you guys like these kind of streams? You enjoy them? Really fun? This is cool. We could do Fallen Order tomorrow. We could do, actually, Jedi Knight 2 tomorrow. That would be fun. Ooh, that's a good one, actually. What if Bane never created the rule of two? That's nice. Likely the Jedi would have much a hard time dealing with the Sith, as they would have been constantly fighting against multiple Sith Lords, each with their own armies and followers. Interesting. It's also likely that the galaxy would have been much more dangerous as the Sith would have been free to operate openly without fear of reprisals from other Sith Lords. This would have led much more widespread destruction and suffering, as the Sith would have had no qualms about using their power to dominate and control the... Interesting. Interesting! It's true. I do think the Jedi would have had a harder time fighting against the Sith if there was no rule of two, because there would be so many different ones with their own armies. It's true. What if the Force Unleashed was canon? That would be a great time. What if Palpatine cloned Anakin? You think AI has a bias? Love you, theory. Yeah, I think AI has a bit of a bias, for sure. What if Mace Windu survived? Alright, chat. I'm outie. I love you guys. I hope you had fun. Spam W if you had a good time. Let me know if you want me to do more of these streams or we just chill and vibe out. I'm sorry the previous one got copyrighted. I didn't know that that would happen. But, it is what it is, my lord. Pantheron looks cool. I love you guys. I'll catch you later. See you in tomorrow's vid. Hope you enjoy it.